Hey, friends over there in the silver stands, can you hear me? Great. Because if you aren't aware of the rule set that we're using, you're going to be real confused. This is one of my favorite games. This is our 15 plus years of Derby, our Poodles versus Double Tweets. How many of you are still aware of the 3.1 rule set? Anyone? Anyone? Cool. Yeah. Guess what? Have you heard of this little thing called minor penalties? Yeah. You get 4 of them, and then you go to the penalty box for 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah. That is just one of the many differences that you're all going to be experiencing in this delightful crowd favorite, skater favorite, and definitely officials' favorite game of the day. With normal RollerCon games, we don't necessarily introduce who all is skating on the rosters, but these are folks that have been around 15, 20 plus years, and therefore are titans of the roller derby industry, and so I think they deserve it. And frankly, I've got a microphone, so I can make that decision. Skating today for the Poodles in black, we've got 000 Booty Queen, 07 Jackie Daniels, 0714 Boba Threat, 100 is Quiet Riot, 1474 is Cakes, 202 Tiger, 22 Jersa, 23 Evil E, 3 Freak, 313 Liquor Posse, 411 Rowdy Dangerfield, 422 Polly Punchkin, 52 is Razor Slut, 7 Hannah Smash Tana, 775 El Toro, 86 D, 89 Arrakis, 99 Trish the Dish, 999 Hellslinger, 9999 is Mange. And skating in white for the double tweets, number 10 is Brooke Nail, 100 Badass, 101 Punky Bruiser, 1031 Hollyween, 143 is 5x5, also known as Pinball, 151 is Splenda, 181 In a Pickle, 1834, the Spanish in collision. 187, Doom. Number 2 is Scar Ya to Death. 206 is Roll X. 247 is PMS. 318, Dodgin' Ya. 350 is Cupcake Kamikaze. 357 is Captain Crush. 505, Swearin' Marie. 564 is Flamingo. 86, Ivy Creepin'. 88 is Joya Destroya. And number 9, Kells Inferno. I am aware that we have at least Ivana Spankin and Candy Crush out there for bench staff. And Fred Nuts. Oh, there it is, friends. That is the outside whiteboard over on turn 2, and we're going to have another one on turn 4. Yeah. I can never tell if it's the announcers that are, or excuse me, not the announcers. I'm the announcer. I'm always excited for this game. But I can never tell who's more excited, if it's the officials or if it's the actual skaters. Either way, we get the payoff of the chaos that's going to ensue.
A quick little announcer's corner. The announcer herself also has 15 years of Derby. She didn't want to announce that, but she does. So just a heads up for everyone. It's a whole crew is 15 years. Loose change, everybody.
Yep. That's me. Our time clock has started. Hey, look, 2008 called. It's Pivot Line Starts. That's right, friends. The thing of the day back in my time, everybody started at the pivot line. Here's the other thing. The reason that they're called the double tweets is everyone had to pass that pivot line before the jammers are released. Oh, Halloween out there already getting so excited. That first whistle. Jackie Daniels wearing that star, Halloween wearing that star, and there's that second whistle which releases those jammers. Jackie Daniels. Good to see Jackie back in that, all of that jean and denim that she is so well known for. Oh, Trish the Dish picking up that first penalty. Maybe? Fast roller derby. All of that just positional blocking. If you saw that tumble, that was maybe a minor penalty. Back in the day, you used to have to get 4 minor penalties before you got assessed the official report to the penalty box call. I mean, 7. No. I mean, 7 fouls you out, but the 4 minors makes you go to the box. Yeah, what do you want?
Can I help on the mic?
Absolutely. Okay. The only thing to realize is stream can hear everything as long as it's on. I'm turning you on. Ladies, friends, gentlemen, everybody, I am joined by none other than Ivana Spankin herself.
What? Hello.
Get in there, Ivana.
Hello, hello, hello. I am here to fill you in on the crazy things happening right now because maybe you've never seen this before. Right now, the pack is lining up in the actual diagram formation of the first standardized rule set. A lot of us were in different places and didn't know each other, so when those rules came out, people thought they had to line up like the picture in the rules, which was alternating people in 3 lines. So that's how we started.
I didn't realize that people thought they had to follow exactly what the picture said.
Yeah, some people did. It was pretty funny when we realized who thought so and who didn't. Now, the other thing that's happening out there is we're playing with minors, which haven't been seen since, I think, my guess would be like 2009-ish?
Yeah, 2009, 2010.
So how minors work is you accrue 4 minors, and that sits you in the box. In the old days, they would sit in the box for a whole minute, which was literally forever.
Plus, they didn't have the jammer swap out. So if both jammers got that penalty at the same time, that 4th minor,
That's right.
both jammers just went and sat there for a minute.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. There were a lot of dance parties. We didn't really know what to do with that at all. Sometimes there would be like, I don't know, tussles.
When you have a minute to just stand there.
Well, nobody would just stand there.
Yeah.
They would do things like, you know, fancy whips and like, we weren't great skaters then, I have to admit, but we did our best skating moves. Still lining up in that first rule set formation.
So as you noticed, everybody took a knee right there. And as long as everyone is on the knee, that is considered everyone is out of play. So there's no pack, and that double whistle is able to be called, which does release those jammers. I was going to say, that's Mosh out there attempting I'm not sure if it was mooning the official or the other skaters.
Another thing to know about minors, have you explained how poodling works?
Not yet. So
Okay.
we called it cougaring.
Right. And I was going to say that too. There were different regional names.
Yes.
Poodling is the socially acceptable name now, but cougaring is what we actually called it back in the day, because when you had 3 minors and you didn't want to go to the box for a minute at a time that was really strategically awful, you would get your 4th minor, i.e. cougaring, by doing something blatantly illegal and getting called to the box immediately at a time that was less painful for your team.
I feel like most commonly what we would see is people would specifically just line up behind the jammers, very obviously like, I'm not supposed to be here and this is a penalty. Hey, officials, call me off.
Right.
Plus that also put you incredibly close to the penalty box to start your 1-minute penalty.
Back in the day, we were not able to reverse to the penalty box, so we had to. We had what was called the point of no return, where you were called out, you could not go backwards. So you had to go all the way around the track to get to the box.
It looks like they actually put the point of no return in there.
They did.
Yes.
They did indeed. And so if your picking up your fourth minor. If you're cougaring, you definitely want to do that cougar behind the point of no return so you can go straight to the box and not have to also add the loop to your minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jamming for black, we've got Estrogen. I don't think she's played roller derby for a really long time, you guys. Probably hasn't forgot, though.
Oh, beautiful assist there. Pinball with that star pass.
Pinball and Estro both played in California, so I am sure that they have matched up before. This might be our first. Playing in an actual moo-moo is Razor Slut, number 52 on black. Love it. It's a counter to the short shorts, playing in the moo-moo. Menopause derby.
I'm in. I've got moo-moos to spare. I wish people would have told me. I would have brought one.
Lining up for black is number 22, Jersa, and number 86 for white, Ivy. Jersa just did a false start because she can't go until the second whistle is blown. That's a minor for her.
We've seen at least 3 false starts with people being so excited on that first whistle.
Black pivot, Trish the Dish, really well known in the old days for having a lot of mouthy things to say to refs and getting thrown out for basically that. We'll see if she lives up to her reputation today. Oh. Trish is actually playing in my old skirt from when we were on the Neanderthals here in Sin City.
I was going to say, I feel like I've seen you in that skirt before.
Yeah, Trish and I both started in Arizona, but we ended up playing roller derby here in Las Vegas, and that's our original uniform, is that tiger skirt with the dangle balls.
There's a couple other folks that have their original jerseys either on or under what they're currently wearing. Candy Corn was sharing, introduced me to one of the skaters that 18 years ago was like, hey, do you want to hit people? You're really good at roller skating. And they've been doing it for 18 years now.
Yeah, actually, we have 2 people who started in 2010, but every single other person on this roster started before 2009. The 2010 people are fill-ins for people who didn't show up or got broken. Now, Jackie there, offering the leg whip, is wearing what was known as, she made her own chaps out of jeans, and they were pretty after-party famous there for about a decade. Jackie, at that time known as America's Girlfriend.
Obviously.
But yeah, our uniforms on both teams today are wear your uniform, whatever the oldest uniform you can still fit into. And so I happen to be wearing my jersey from when we played Rose City when they were still beatable, and we did. And they gave me 3 bloody noses, so it still has all the blood stains on it.
Oh my God, it does. Is that?
It's a biohazard.
I was going to say.
Really disgusting. Okay.
So one of the other things that we do have going on with this rule set is outside whiteboard and inside whiteboard. The outside the outside officials, the outside pack, have the opportunity to drop off the minor penalties, and then the folks on the outside with the whiteboards mirrors that into the inside whiteboard, where they then keep track, and then there's communication that occurs, like that's their 4th, as things are happening and coming in order to make sure that if 4 minor penalties, have been assessed, they know to report to the sin bin.
Our refs are also doing an old formation that you probably haven't seen for a while, where instead of tapping each other out, they are actually all 3 following the pack, which was my favorite job to do when I had to fill in as a ref, because you just get to sprint in those days you just got to sprint most of the time, basically because very few of us knew how to stop. We stopped by knocking into someone.
Yeah.
It was the most effective way.
Listen, you use what you know and can do easily.
This game has the one exception at RollerCon too, where they allow us to play with all levels of skaters, because we like to invite back the retired skaters who may not have played for a long time. So the teams have an agreement, basically. They talk it out on the line just to make sure that the high-level players can go ahead and play at high level, but the people who are just maybe rotating back in after 10 years of retirement can manage to stay out of danger. But it's a pretty good mix, I think.
That's, I mean, you know, being able to like bring back old family, old friends, and re-engage in the sport that they spent so many years loving and having a passion for is really wonderful. And it's great that you allow and facilitate that. Double Tweets currently at 29 points. That was a 13-point jam. Poodles at 43. We do also have 5-point eligible because there is both jammer lap points and what we commonly refer to as the ghost point, which was if someone was in the penalty box, you got that ghost point as long as you cleared one other blocker.
You know, don't get me started, but I honestly think that 5th point, that point that you earned for the jammer, was the actual best point. It was the tastiest, the most dramatic. It was socking it to the other jammer in a way that they can't do now. And I have an enormous grudge on the ref who talked everyone out of that. Enormous. If I ever come back, I'm going to get that reinstated. I promise. I promise you. Promise roller derby.
Vote for Ivana. She'll bring back the 5th point.
When I asked the refs about how that happened and I got the whole story of how it got voted in, the conclusion was that it was because only blockers are WFTDA reps. Like, not refs, reps. And so the people that were voting voted for the thing that benefits the blockers.
Ah, interesting.
That was the unofficial conclusion. Because no jammer would ever vote to get rid of the jammer lap point. Score evening up on that one. We're now at 43 for the Poodles and 34 for Double Tweet. The refs are being doing a remarkably good job at this. But also the packs are moving kind of slow. So I'm looking forward to them putting in an A-level pack so we can see those guys playing at this old rule set.
Yeah, and like just the speed, like that's the one thing that I remember. It was just always a foot race the whole entire time.
Right.
I loved it.
Because we couldn't stop.
No, because you didn't know how to stop. I didn't realize that was why.
Yeah, that was why. Pack creeping towards the pivot line. When will the double whistle call? Nobody looking behind them at all. Are we doing 4 walls? I used to like 4 walls so much. Oh! And we have, what do they even call that whip? I don't think I know. It would probably be illegal now.
I always just used to call it the over-under because somebody went over or somebody was under.
I bet we'll see a waitress whip today, too.
We've got Halloween out there, and looks like that is badass.
A little jammer on jammer action. She tried to do a jammer run back. It didn't work out. Maybe because Holly just took the minor. You could do that in those days. You got knocked out. Passing one person out of bounds was considered a minor, and it was often worth it as a jammer. Can you even believe that? That's awesome.
Right? It's worth it. Yeah, why not? I mean, I remember people that would push it and be like, okay, I've got my 3. Put me out for a little while. I need a break.
We're doing some 4 walls. Haven't seen that in a really long time, a 4 wall. I actually haven't seen any like kickstands or tripods at all thus far, which is a little bit of a relief if I'm honest. I'm tired of those.
The first couple jams, there was the occasional,
and people probably got yelled at. What are you doing?
That's
this. Like so 2018.
Yes, there it is.
"13 minutes left in the jam."
So my favorite part of this early stage roller derby, and I'm sure it won't happen, and that's okay. I always loved when there would be an almost full jam or a full jam where the jammers would not be released in any capacity because
Oh.
they would not pass that pivot line.
It actually looks like we may be creeping up on one of those. We're talking about knee starts and stuff right now, it looks like. So incredibly painful to see a jam where the jammers just can't get going. And we had some of those, and I want to say it was maybe the third rule set where we had some of those before somebody realized you could take a knee and release your jammer. All right, everyone's tired of it. We're going. So we have some, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the players now. Like
Yeah.
on black, so many. You know what? Actually, I'm not, because I'll get everyone's names and leagues wrong and stuff, and my memory is not what it used to be, because here I am, perimenopause is awesome. But we do have some currently very highly competitive players masquerading in other people's jerseys right now. See if you can spot them on the feed.
Ooh. That's exciting.
There's actually quite a few people who played in the postseason that just passed, and WFTDA postseason are out there right now.
Oh, looks like Trish picking up that fourth penalty.
As a jammer.
Yep.
As a jammer. She is going to the shit box.
So that means 1 whole minute.
Actually, no. We talked them into doing 4 minors in only 30 seconds.
Oh, you did?
A minute is forever. Score real close now, 51-54. Trish Addition in the box for black, which doesn't bode well for them at all. Power Jam on white. It doesn't look like they're worried about it, though. Oh, I like this whole formation. I remember this. We used to call that pulling a train. Honestly, I have to say, on behalf of those of us who did play by these old rule sets, it was like pretty exciting at the time. Right now, everyone's still trying to remember how to do it.
Yeah.
And even more so, what to do to counter the old strategies. And so usually by the last 3 or 4 jams, we remember, and the game starts getting fast again, but...
Just in time to, okay, great, be done. See you in another 364 days.
Every year they ask me to make this a full hour-long game, and every year I point out that most of us are over 50.
I'm pretty sure there was some sort of old versus young game. There was 2, I think, happening this. Yeah.
There's actually quite a few, and I think the theme is pretty different, though, because you can start roller derby at
Oh, yeah.
at any age, and people do. So a lot of those people may or may not have been playing for a long time in those old age ones, right? It was AARP and diapers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Can't Rent Cars, I think, was one of the teams.
They have a delightful dance party happening. The jam has begun.
It's hard to tell, but the jam has become. The pack players are negotiating. Every single player in the pack, besides the jammers, has to pass the pivot line before they'll start the second whistle. And here we go.
Three 3-5-0 for the double tweets with that lead.
All right, friends. See what happens when you get the boss up here. I just let the announcers know that we have a whole page for them that includes all the notes that are on the roster about each player. And it turns out they didn't know that before. So we're about to get a whole bunch more information about every single player. down to the announcers tab. There you go. And now you have all the notes. That's the one you should be printing for your announcers. Another common thing from those old roller derby days is that the officials frequently had, much like RollerCon, they had their own outfits, and sometimes they had their own themes. Do we know what's happening right now? I think the officials might be heckling the jammers.
Ivana, who do you want me to talk about? Pick somebody.
Let's talk about the jammers. We got number 151 on white and number 3 on black. Tell me more about them. Freak.
Well, we got Freak. Freak started in 2008. It's their 18th season this year, and they're celebrating it with the first RollerCon. Spent the first 15 seasons in Florida, and now, as she puts it, skating my ass off, freezing my ass off in Maine.
Right. We've also got number 350, Cupcake, jamming for white. Just got out of the pack. Now in scoring position, but a long ways to go on that long lap.
Cupcake started in 2009. Currently skates for Elevated Roller Derby, but also played for Pikes Peak Dixie Derby Girls and Arizona. Likes the positivity and consensual hugs at the bench.
Let's talk about number 2X is a fill-in, I think. That's actually really Swifty, and she just started in 2010, and she's a fill-in, so we don't have any great info for her, but thanks for filling in for Skara, who was injured.
Oh. We do appreciate friends that step in and help.
Lots of whistles blowing out there, Barb. I mean, loose change. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm not a real announcer. I'm not. Sorry.
5.5 minutes, and it's a 5-point game.
Actually, on behalf of all roller derby, I just want to say if your email address is not your real name, it's not your roller derby name, don't expect us to connect you. Oh, I have Trisha Dish up here at the announcer window. She's smoking. No, she's not. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been called to go play in my scooter. I'll be back.
Well, thank you for joining me, Ivana. That was a delight. We've got just less than 5 minutes remaining on this clock. And apparently a slight tussle has broken out over on turn 2. Oh, I could hear profanity from up here. Unsure, it does not appear that there is a lead jammer. But we have got points. Will we see an illustrious jammer lap point? It appears we have. Pinball trying to assist Halloween there with a whip, but does not quite get it. All the positional blocking going on. 18 points and 15 points. We've got ourselves a 2-point game here, friends. Poodles at 81, Double Tweets at 83. And we have Ivana up against Jackie Daniels. I mean, technically, it is 4 wheels. So you've always heard the I'm going to be playing roller derby until I'm in the old folks' home, and then it's just going to be like wheelchair derby. I think we're just getting a small advanced glance at what that's going to look like. We have had a star pass. Ivana is no longer the jammer. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Booty Queen just stealing that star from the Double Tweets jammer. That is an illegal procedure, and then flipping off the official. What is this world coming to? There is a helmet on the floor. There is gear other places. Ivana trying to be slowed down, but currently just dragging everyone right along with her. And I think Jackie Daniels has fouled out. Or not. Was the scooter stress tested for that amount of people, Ivana? I'm not sure. Oh, we have a coach making his opinions well known. And with everyone taking a knee, they are out of play, which means the jammers are released. And as that period clock has ended, oh my goodness, it's an all skate. Oh gosh. We've got some fights breaking out. We've got some assistants. Got people hanging out, smoking. That, I believe, is a penalty. Smoking on the track. I want to say that's an illegal procedure or maybe even a gross misconduct. I don't think we know where any jammers are. An official trying to break up a fight. Booty Queen not having it. Oh, clothes are starting to come off. There are skaters. Skaters being ejected by officials. Yep. That's what happens when a lot of old friends get together and play Old Derby. Thanks for being here, friends. Don't forget to hydrate. We are in a desert.